Why does music give you chills? Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is listening to a song, and their skin is covered in goosebumps. You might be one of them, or you might be one of the people who has no idea what that actually feels like. And here is the strange part. Science cannot fully explain why. There is a name for it. Scientists call it frisson, a French word that means a sudden brief sensation of excitement. It usually starts at the back of your neck. It runs down your spine. Your arms get goosebumps. Sometimes your eyes water. It lasts maybe 5 seconds. Then it is gone. Most people have felt this at least once, but not everyone. Studies have tried to count how common it is. The numbers are messy. Some say 55% of people experience it regularly. Others say up to 86% have felt it at least once, which means somewhere between 14 and 45% of the human population has never felt their skin tingle to a song. Think about that. A huge chunk of people are walking around right now, hearing the same music you hear, and feeling absolutely nothing on their skin. So what is actually happening in the brains of the people who do feel it? Here is what we know. Your brain is a prediction machine. Every second of every day, it is guessing what comes next. The next word in a sentence, the next step on the stairs, the next note in a song. When the guess is right, nothing special happens. You keep moving. But when the guess is wrong, in just the right way, something fires. Music is built on this. A melody sets up an expectation. Then it breaks that expectation. A note arrives a beat late. A chord shifts somewhere you did not predict. A voice cracks at the exact moment you thought it would hold. And when that happens, a small region deep inside your brain lights up. It is called the nucleus accumbens. It releases dopamine. This is the same chemical your brain releases when you eat something delicious, when you win money, when you fall in love. A song, a pattern of air pressure hitting your ears. And your brain treats it like a reward worth surviving for. But here is where it gets stranger. In 2016, a researcher named Matthew Sachs at Harvard scanned the brains of people who get frisson and people who do not. He found something physical, an actual structural difference. People who feel chills from music have more dense connections between the part of the brain that processes sound and the part of the brain that processes emotion. More wiring. Literally, it is not that some people just like music more. Their brains are built differently. The bridge between hearing and feeling is wider in some people than in others. And nobody chose this. You were born with the bridge you have, which raises a question nobody can answer. Why would evolution build this at all? Goosebumps make sense in other animals. A cat puffs up to look bigger when threatened. A bird fluffs its feathers to stay warm. The same muscle, the erector pili, contracts at the base of each hair, and the hair stands up. It is an ancient survival reflex. But you do not need to look bigger when you hear a violin solo. You do not need to stay warm when a singer hits a high note. There is no survival reason for your body to react to a sound, and yet it does. Every day, across every culture, people cry at concerts, people shiver at choirs, people get goosebumps from a song they have heard 1,000 times before. It is not just music either. Some people get frisson from poetry, from a line in a film, from a memory, from a stranger telling a story that hits something they did not know was there. And a small percentage of people can trigger it on command. They think of a moment or a sound and the chills start, like a muscle they learn to flex. Nobody knows why these people can do it and others cannot. What we do know is this. The people who feel frisson tend to score higher on one specific personality trait, openness to experience. They are more likely to get lost in a book, to stare at a painting longer than they meant to remember dreams in detail. So maybe the bridge between sound and feeling is not just about music. Maybe it is about how thin the walls are between everything inside your head. So the next time a song hits you that way, or does not, remember this: you are not just hearing music. Your brain is doing something it does not fully understand, to a stimulus that should not matter for staying alive, in a way that some humans cannot do at all. Half the people reading this will feel chills from a song this week, the other half will not. And nobody knows why we evolved to feel this in the first place.